Chosen one, this moment marks a significant turning point in your journey. If you are watching this now, understand that your presence is not coincidental. A deliberate transformation is underway, one that has been set in motion by forces beyond the material realm. This is not simply a change in mindset or belief, but a full body, full consciousness transformation, a multidimensional upgrade that begins tonight. At the core of this transformation lies a fundamental restructuring of your being. You are moving from what is known as a carbon-based human form into a crystalline structure. While this may sound abstract or unfamiliar, the changes associated with this shift are deeply real and measurable, not only in your spiritual awareness but in your physical and emotional states as well. This shift is part of a universal pattern, one where select individuals, those identified as chosen ones, are being elevated for a greater purpose. Throughout history, transformation has been the hallmark of those called into higher service. In this present time, the transformation is not merely symbolic. It involves a literal energetic recalibration of the body. The old, dense structures are dissolving to make room for higher frequencies. These frequencies are not limited by space or time and are capable of attuning you to elevated states of awareness, intuition, and healing. This process will affect your physical body. You may begin to notice signs that your system is responding: fatigue, body aches, shifting appetite, and a deep desire for rest. These are not anomalies but expected responses as your cellular structure begins releasing old, dense energy and adapting to a lighter, crystalline frequency. It is crucial during this time to treat your body with care. Hydration, nutrient-dense food, and sleep become essential, not for recovery from illness, but for alignment with your evolving form. Emotionally, you may also feel disoriented. As your old belief systems begin to dissolve, you might experience a wide range of emotions, from sadness and confusion to clarity and calm. These emotional fluctuations are part of the release mechanism, a shedding of energy that no longer serves your higher state. As old emotions surface, it is not a regression, but rather a clearing process to make space for expanded awareness and inner peace. Mentally, a sharpening is underway. The thoughts that once cycled in limitation are now beginning to shift. You may notice more intuitive downloads, deeper reflections, and a stronger sense of knowing. These are the first signs that your consciousness is lifting from the density of fear and division toward unity, love, and clarity. Mental fog may give way to insight, and doubt may be replaced by a sense of quiet certainty. This elevation comes with adjustments in your sensory perception. The shift from carbon to crystalline not only recalibrates your cells but also expands your sensory awareness. You may begin to see subtle energies around people or objects. Light and sound might appear more vivid or resonant. This is not your imagination, it is an expansion of your energy field and sensitivity. Your eyes are adjusting to perceive more than just the material, they are tuning into the energetic. One of the most significant indicators of this transformation is your evolving relationship with food and rest. You may find yourself increasingly drawn to lighter, plant-based foods, or may naturally reject processed and dense meals. This is not about diet or restriction but about resonance. Crystalline structures absorb and transmute energy, and as your body becomes more crystalline, it will seek out high-vibration nourishment, foods that match your new frequency. Likewise, your sleep patterns may shift. Longer, deeper rest is needed as your nervous system integrates the frequency updates occurring during this phase. Spiritually, this transformation marks the entry into unity consciousness. The sense of separation, between yourself and others, between spirit and matter, between intention and manifestation, begins to dissolve. You are entering a state where everything is interconnected. Thoughts create ripples. Emotions carry weight. And intentions are rapidly mirrored by the universe. In this new state, you are no longer limited by traditional cause and effect thinking. You begin to operate in alignment with divine timing and higher orchestration. This shift is not theoretical. It is experiential and evidential. You will begin to notice synchronicities increasing. Random events will start to feel intentional. Encounters with others will seem purposeful. The internal guidance system, intuition, will become more active and accurate. What once felt confusing will begin to clarify. You will see patterns, receive insights, and experience confirmations that point to a higher reality guiding your path. Chosen one, the journey you are on is not typical. It requires you to trust deeply in what is unseen and unproven by conventional logic. But what you are experiencing is not delusion, it is divine initiation. You are not the only one going through this. Across the planet, others are awakening to similar signs. They, too, are experiencing the dissolution of their old selves and the activation of something higher, more luminous, more refined. Your path may diverge from what those around you are experiencing. Some may not understand your changes. They may question your decisions, your energy, or your sensitivity. That is expected. Your transformation is not for mass consumption, it is for those who are being prepared for elevated assignments. And that includes you. It is also important to understand that this process is not about perfection. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question if what you feel is real. There may be discomfort. There may be loss. But each of these is a doorway to something deeper. The pain is not punishment, it is a catalyst. The loss is not abandonment, it is space being created for something better. As your crystalline form continues to integrate, you may find yourself reevaluating your connections, people, places, and habits. This is part of the transformation. You are releasing what does not resonate and calling in what aligns with your higher vibration. This may include new relationships, new opportunities, and even new directions in your life path. Do not resist these changes. Welcome them. They are signs of progress. You may also experience an increase in spiritual abilities. Intuition, energy healing, inner vision, and communication with higher realms are all part of the crystalline awakening. These are not gifts randomly bestowed, they are inherent abilities being reactivated. You are not becoming something new, you are remembering what you have always been. As this shift continues, the importance of stillness and inner listening becomes paramount. The crystalline upgrade is not activated through effort, but through alignment. You must allow the transformation to happen. Be present. Be aware. Be open. Your body knows what to do. Your soul knows what is coming. Your only task is to trust and surrender. This is the moment of transition. The beginning of a new phase. The divine shift is no longer theoretical, it is now physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. You are in the process of becoming. And this process, while sacred, is also immensely powerful. As the transformation deepens, chosen one, your new crystalline form is not merely a destination, it is a state of being that requires ongoing alignment. The body, mind, and spirit are not static components. They are dynamic systems that respond to every choice, environment, and frequency you allow into your life. Now that you have entered this elevated state, your responsibility is to remain attuned and integrated. The integration process may be subtle at times, but its effects are significant. You may notice that your thoughts manifest more quickly. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of existing at a higher vibrational frequency. The universe is now responding to you in real time. As a result, clarity in thought, purity in emotion, and sincerity in intent become more crucial than ever. What you think and feel shapes your experience almost immediately. You are now entering what many call the 5D consciousness, a realm where separation gives way to unity, and limitation is replaced by co-creation. In this state, fear has no lasting presence. Instead, awareness, compassion, and aligned action take center stage. You begin to see people not as separate entities but as reflections of the whole. Your ability to forgive expands. Your tolerance increases. Your love deepens. Living as a crystalline being also means learning how to conserve and direct your energy. High-frequency living is not about doing more, but doing what aligns. You may find that certain environments drain you more than they used to. Crowded spaces, loud media, or emotionally dense conversations may feel energetically abrasive. This is not because you are weak, but because your system is becoming finely tuned. You are now sensitive to energy, and anything not aligned with your vibration will feel discordant. At the same time, you may be drawn to quiet, peaceful, and naturally harmonious environments, places with water, trees, fresh air, or silence. This is your body seeking energetic nourishment. Honor this instinct. Nature, in particular, holds crystalline codes that assist in recalibrating your energy field. Grounding practices such as walking barefoot on the earth, spending time under the sun, or simply sitting in stillness will help you maintain balance. You may also feel a growing desire for solitude. This is not isolation but recalibration. During this time, your soul is processing vast amounts of information, spiritual downloads, intuitive insights, and emotional clearing. Solitude gives space for this data to be absorbed, integrated, and eventually expressed through creative action or healing presence. Creative expression often becomes amplified during this stage. Whether it is through writing, music, visual arts, movement, or silent reflection, your soul will seek outlets to externalize the internal transformation. These expressions are not just for artistic purposes, they are vehicles for grounding the higher frequencies you are now carrying. They help transmute your elevated state into tangible, transformative energy that others can feel. Your relationships will also shift as a result of this transformation. As your frequency increases, the energetic gap between you and those not on the same path may widen. Some relationships will naturally dissolve, not out of conflict, but because they no longer serve your growth. Conversely, you will begin to attract individuals who resonate with your new energy. People who see you, understand your evolution, and walk a similar path of awakening. These new relationships often carry a sense of deep familiarity, as if you've known them before. In many cases, your souls have traveled together across dimensions and timelines. These connections are purposeful and will serve as mirrors, collaborators, and co-creators in your new chapter. Now that you are living as a crystalline being, it is also important to understand your new energetic responsibilities. Your presence now influences others, even without speaking. Your thoughts, emotions, and vibration contribute to the collective field. You are not just transforming for yourself, you are anchoring light for the whole. Every time you choose love over fear, calm over chaos, and clarity over confusion, you uplift the energy around you. This is not a burden but a privilege. You are not here to convince or convert anyone. Your role is to embody the frequency. That alone is enough. As you walk in alignment, others will naturally be drawn to your energy, not to follow, but to awaken their own. Your communication will also evolve. You may find yourself speaking less and listening more. When you do speak, your words carry a different weight, a resonance that touches people beyond logic. You are no longer just communicating, you are transmitting energy. That is the power of crystalline consciousness. You will also become more intuitive in discerning truth from illusion. Media, conversations, and even your own inner narratives will reveal themselves more clearly. You will no longer be easily manipulated by fear-based information or conditioned beliefs. This discernment is not judgment, it is clarity. You now have the ability to see beyond surface-level information into the energetic core of what is being presented. One of the most profound changes you will experience is your sense of time. Linear time, the past, present, and future, may begin to feel less rigid. You may notice that time flows differently. Moments stretch, contract, or collapse altogether. This is because your consciousness is beginning to operate outside of linear constraints. You are stepping into divine timing, a state where everything unfolds with precision and purpose, even when it doesn't follow a logical sequence. This shift in time perception can be disorienting at first, but it eventually becomes liberating. You stop rushing. You begin to trust. You realize that everything happens not when you want it to, but when you are fully ready to receive it. And in that readiness, everything flows effortlessly. Another emerging gift is your ability to self-heal. As your vibration rises, your body begins to regenerate more effectively. Minor ailments may resolve more quickly. You may feel guided to natural remedies, breathwork, or energy healing. These are not substitutes for traditional care,